my.
Yeah. Are we on, Chris?
Yes.
God damn it. It's Real Honesty with Jonn, Ritland, and
The Terminator.
Smackdown Live Phoenix. This was, how did you describe this before we went on the air?
It was about pretty much like a shit sandwich. We opened up with something great, and we closed with something great. And never the twain shall meet.
Yeah, we had 3 matches on this whole show. 3.
And a 2-hour show, we had we had fewer matches than a 1-hour NXT show.
And 2 of them were, what, under 10 minutes?
Yes.
The 2. So yeah, basically Becky comes out, obviously hugely over. Understandably. Huge reaction for her. You know, they're chanting, you deserve it, you deserve it. Promo about facing Ronda Rousey and all that stuff, and it's going to be great. And it maybe feels like Becky's goodbye from SmackDown. I mean, or whatever. Maybe they're going to have her on both shows.
Likely until WrestleMania, they'll have her on SmackDown.
They'll have her on Raw, too. Because
Yeah.
who knows what's going to happen, but this was a fiery promo. It was good stuff.
Street Fire.
It was. It
You're
was.
fire.
Then we had Charlotte, who's obviously much better as a heel.
Yes.
Much better as a heel. And yeah, just talking to me, like making some off comment and everything. I don't remember what the hell she said, but she got punched right in the face.
Yep.
Or in the jaw, which is part of the face, I guess, because I know how anatomy works. They brawl. Becky selling her knee. They're doing all this stuff. Agents are trying to break them up. Jamie Noble's there. Shockingly. It was what it was. It was a good opening segment. And then we get an R-Truth promo talking about how he got jacked off at the Rumble.
Yes, he did.
And Carmella's there. And Truth gets a U.S. title match.
And I made a offhand joke of like, yeah, watch him win it tonight.
And wouldn't you know?
He fucking won it!
I'm sorry to say, there was this roll-up out of this attempted slam by Nakamura, and Nakamura kicked out before 3.
Yes.
So either...
But the ref called it. And thus he is the worst ref. Get Kurt Hawkins to be all the ref.
Yeah, this was really bad.
Or bring Aubrey Edwards in.
Bring her in, yeah, there's a good idea. Have her make some shots. She's a really good ref. But honestly, this was just ridiculous because Truth won. Nakamura wins the title for all of 2 days. For no reason. No goddamn reason. None. And then Rusev comes out here. Nakamura's pissed. Rusev comes out here and challenges Truth to a match.
Yeah, and you wouldn't imagine who won that match. It was Truth.
Yeah, getting a roll-up.
Like I said, you wouldn't imagine that because that sounds like a stupid plan.
But it was. They did the bad stupid thing. And then Rusev has beaten up Truth afterwards. So Truth has had he won the title and had a successful title defense on the same night.
I enjoy Truth, but this was some really bad booking.
Yes, because then Rusev is beating up Truth, and then Nakamura comes in.
Yeah.
And Nakamura helps Rusev beat up Truth. So, after building this whole thing of Rusev being angry at Nakamura for hurting Lana,
Yeah.
now they're teaming up.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep. This is bad. This is really, really bad. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do with Truth here. Now, maybe Truth is going to retire soon, and this is a nice goodbye title change, I believe, or title win. I believe at Jeremy 8911 said that, and, you know...
Maybe, there's tag teams leaving the company, and they're going to be, they need to build new tag teams. So like, oh, let's put Nakamura and Rusev together, because fuck it.
Oh, but, they're going to be heels, naturally, because they're foreign. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually... Nakamura's probably happy earning big money and that kind of stuff and doesn't want to go back to Japan, but God, he'd be used so much better in Japan.
Probably.
I mean, this is a bad idea. This is just really, really, really fucking bad. And then we have recaps of Becky and Charlotte. We had recaps 40 minutes in of something we saw 30 minutes before. After 2 short matches.
Yeah. Guess what? Our last match of the night happens after these promos.
They do. A lot of promos.
Yes.
A lot of promos. We get Truth getting checked out, by the doctor and everything. We were going to have Ray versus Samoa Joe. We did not have that because Zelina said, am I distracting you, Ray?
I mean, to be fair, I would be distracted by Zelina as well up until Aleister Black would have black masked me. But, Selena's a beautiful woman.
She is, and they seem
She's
happy.
very skilled too.
She is really skilled, and it seems like such an odd couple, but good for them. But honestly, Ray then gets beat up by Andrade. Andrade in a three-piece suit, paying homage to Eddie Guerrero, as opposed to what Vicky did.
Yes,
And-
let's not get into that.
Let's not get into that.
That's a whole bag of worms.
It is, but then we aren't getting Joe versus Ray. But we do get Rusev and Nakamura talking backstage. Well, we get Rusev first talking, and Gallows and Anderson, of all people, show up and say, hey, what the hell is that? Why would you beat up Truth? This kind of stuff. Because they apparently are the Good Brothers now. I don't know where the Good Brothers have been. I don't know where Sanity has been.
Where was Sanity in the last match of the night?
Where was Sanity the past, month and a half?
Yep.
They should have been in there because, hell, they could have taken a fall. They should have won, but we'll see. I don't know if they're not giving Dane and Nikki any time off to go on a honeymoon or whatever. I mean, they might have got engaged, not married yet, but the whole point is, Nikki's on TV. Are they afraid the Sandy
Maybe one of them is injured and they're just not saying anything?
Well, it could be Alexander, but if that's the case, have just
someone swap in?
Or have Eric Young and Killian. They're a good enough team right there.
That's what I've meant. Someone else swap in.
Well, that too, but I don't know what's going on. Let us know in the comments if you know anything about anybody being injured. Or if Creative just has nothing for him because Creative is bad. Because Road Dogg's on SmackDown Creative, and I'm not saying he's the sole reason, but he's a reason. We then get the Shane and Miz celebration, and Miz's dad has something to say to him.
Son, you're adopted. No, he said, I love you, and I'm very proud of you.
That's great. I am disappointed by how the tag titles mean nothing now.
Well, it could be worse.
Please tell me how the tag title picture could be worse.
Miz and Shane feud tonight for no goddamn reason, and then they're technically still the tag team champions, but nothing really happens with it.
Ah, you mean like when they did with that?
And then they somehow win at WrestleMania, but continue to fight amongst each other? That could be worse.
They did that in 2007 with Shawn and Cena.
Okay.
They were the tag team champions heading into the main event of WrestleMania.
Right.
It could be worse. No, this actually might be worse, because Shane shouldn't have a championship at 49 years old.
Correct.
This is a bad idea.
Yes.
And this needs to end with a team obliterating them at Mania. I mean, I'm sorry, I feel bad for Miz. This is going to lead to Miz and Shane feuding at Mania, isn't it?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, there we go with that. We have the Bar, the Usos, and New Day, and Heavy Machinery in a four-way elimination contenders match, because Shane says...
This is the match of... this was, I think, match of the night, I'd say.
Not that that's a high bar.
Because there were 3 matches! Heavy Machinery had a great showing. I mean, they did put them over with Big E and Otis.
Nah, abdominal stretch spot.
Yeah, well, no, that and just them colliding with each other, not being able to really do much to each other. Like, Big E has finally met his match in this one rotund man.
I mean, he has. They did end up eliminating Kofi, so New Day was gone. And then Heavy Machinery got gone, I think, by the Bar or the Usos. I wasn't really paying attention because I didn't really care.
And then the Usos inevitably won.
Yeah, laying out the Bar. The Usos are getting another tag title shot. New era.
But they're going to be facing the best tag team in the world, John.
Yes, best tag team in the world. Best tag team in the world. I do also want to point out here that Corey Graves is insufferable and needs to be removed from commentary.
Yeah. There are ways to write someone, and there are ways not to write someone, and that is not a way to write someone. Obviously, in SmackDown, he's much more restrained than in Raw. But even here, he was just combative with the other commentators, and it took away from the match, and it was
bad,
unbearable.
And here's why: because before the 4-way, you had Sonya and Mandy talking backstage. And Mandy talking about how she's been angry at Naomi for 4 years because I'm tough enough. She was like, hey, Tamina, get up there and splash her. And this kind of stuff. After slamming her. When Mandy was a contestant on Tough Enough. Remember Tough Enough? Where Hogan did all the racist shit and then got fired from being, from being a judge there. Remember that? and Sonya was also on that show too.
Yes.
This, I have no issue with them adding a layer to the Mandy-Naomi feud, but it's like, why didn't you start with this? You started with this, then okay. She's just being conniving and everything, but she has a reason that ties back to it. This isn't adding enough to it where it doesn't add anything to it.
It just seems petty and childish.
Right, 4 years ago. I mean, and I'm not saying that Mandy shouldn't be mad at Naomi, but be mad at her for at least something that happened in the current year. Or
Well, like,
least,
that's something that should have been brought when she debuted on SmackDown.
and at least something that should have been brought up when they started feuding, instead of it being over Jimmy. It just... And then she could try to get back at Jimmy and this whole thing, or...
Maybe she should walk to the other brother, jaywalk. Hi.
But yeah, that was really bad, and I mean, Corey... They need to remove him from one of the shows. I prefer both because he's lousy at his job.
Yes.
But he is. I mean, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, the creative team, whatever they're having the announce team doing, needs to stop.
Whatever Vince is...
They need to focus the commentary team on, have one guy call a match, have one guy add some color commentary. That's all you need.
2.
Corey is a great color commentator, just don't have him do these stupid bits. It's hilarious when he's the world's biggest mark for Mandy. But when you're driving it for like 10 minutes into a match that doesn't involve Mandy, that's stupid.
I would get Corey off a commentary, period. I mean, I'm sorry, he's insufferable. He is. It has gone beyond the point where I can defend anything. And I know that Vince is in people's ears and stuff like that. But there are some that have still been able to do better than Corey, and he's not up to task. He is not good.
I still think it's just the material they're working with is shit.
I mean, it's the material, but...
So, I mean, what can he do at that point?
Not
Quit and not make money?
I know. Just good God. It's like the commentary should not be this bad.
Yes.
And I know that I'm trying to rant less on these reviews.
I mean, Phillips did good job battling Graves, but at the same time focusing on the match.
Yeah, same with Byron. I mean, Byron of all people was speaking up. I mean, when I forget Byron's there sometimes. But yes, and by the way, Sonya and Mandy are in the Women's Elimination Chamber.
Because they can just add themselves into it instead of fighting for it. Probably because SmackDown doesn't have enough women.
And that's probably true, but this is gonna be a rant maybe we do during the weekend, or maybe at some point before Elimination Chamber week, because I'm starting to regret pushing for the idea of a women's tag team division.
Oh, we'll see what happens with it.
It is gonna highlight some flaws.
Sure.
Not that the women...
Those flaws will need to be worked out.
Vince isn't capable of doing that.
I know.
Okay. Then he'll blame the fans instead of himself. We then get, Usos versus Miz and Shane at Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
Please have the Usos win. Just have the Usos win.
And then after days of promos later.
Yes, we get Brian introducing Rowan. He is no longer Eric Rowan.
His first name has now been stolen, and the O in his name has been replaced with a recycling symbol.
Rowan's going to be injured in a couple months, by the way. That sounds so bad. I have nothing against Rowan, but he's always injured.
But Daniel Bryan made a terrible mistake tonight.
He did.
And not just throwing away the belt, but not recycling the leather, which means there's going to be a demand for more leather. And when there's more leather needed, gonna have to kill another cow.
Another Daisy will die.
Should have recycled the leather, Brian.
Should have. Somebody needs to beat him for the title of Mania. I know what they're trying to do, and I'm not saying I'm against it, but you gotta get the title on somebody younger. And I feel so bad for saying that. This is Brian's last hurrah.
Mustafa Ali would be a great choice.
Speaking of which...
Andrade Theonalis?
Yes.
Would be an excellent choice.
It would be. We get Styles coming out, by the way. It's saying, you think I was going to let you just desecrate the title? After he already threw the title away, by the way.
So apparently the answer is yes.
I mean, it's because he doesn't like the hemp community.
The hemp community.
Daniel Bryan has a now vegan alternative where it's made out of hemp.
Yep.
That's
Hemp,
so,
wood, and stone.
that's dumb. It's so dumb.
Fucking hippie.
So dumb.
It's hilarious.
I mean, it is, but it's also dumb. We get Orton out there. I'm bored with Orton. I mean, I liked that he RKO'd Nia. Should have hit her harder, but whatever. We then get, we go to commercial.
No, Mustafa.
No, we went to commercial.
That's right. We went to
And-
commercial. We come back. Jeff Hardy is somehow in the ring. Ali comes out and he starts talking down, and Randy goes, "Wait, didn't you get thrown out by a girl?"
And he was going to try to say, yeah, but that's after I threw out some people in 30 minutes, and then Joe interrupted him. And Joe just is freaking laying waste to Ali.
And this is where I said it was a shit sandwich, because in the middle of the show, not so good.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it was great. And Samoa Joe is even better.
Just saying to Jeff, pretend this is an AA meeting and shut your mouth. And to Ali, your eyes, it's like you talk about your eyes, and your eyes were closed because I was putting you to sleep last week. And to Randy, or it's like, I'll defang the Viper. And then to Styles, how's our old friend Wendy?
How's our old girl Wendy?
Old girl Wendy, right? And they're brawling, they're all brawling. And then Daniel Bryan is like yelling, standing on the announcer's table, none of you will get a shot. Not a single one of you will get a shot. Triple H is up there on the Titantron yelling, and it's kind of dangerous. He really should have done a video. He did do a video.
Yes.
And you had that, and he says, you won't be facing one of these men. You'll be facing all of them in a chamber match. Yeah, so that's happened. So we're getting a chamber match. I will say that I am excited for the chamber match, even though Bryan's going to retain. I just C-. I don't even know if I can go C-. C- because it was a little better than Raw, but not by much.
Yeah, C-, I think. It was inadequate.
It was close to being a D. Let me say that much.
Yeah.
That was it. C-.
As you have seen, you can see this poll up here and grade it from A through F.
Leave comments.
Yeah. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought of it. If you liked it better, if you didn't, if you thought it was the worst possible fucking product on the planet, because let's admit it was pretty boring.
But it had no gender as champion.
That's true.
So yeah, agree, disagree. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle, thumbnail at the end of the video from this guy. You will be back with a 205 Live NXT review tomorrow.
Yes.
I will have a New Japan review up late or early tomorrow, maybe.
Yes.
But yeah, so we will not be at SmackDown in Everett next week. Everett is 20 miles that way. We're not paying for the tickets. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
We got indie wrestling to support.
Yes.
WWE.
We've been spending most of our money at indie wrestling shows.
WWE just ain't worth it. But anyways, Real Honesty with Jonn Ritland and
The Durbinator.
we will be back next week. You will be back tomorrow.
Yes.